and I was like, I'm going to get banned. I was like, I'm done. Wolves are going to ban me. So don't ban me, Wolves, if you're watching this.
Right, hello and welcome to the Old Gold and Black. I'm joined by Harry Mansell, boxing and Wolves extraordinaire.
Boxing. Yeah, hello. Thanks for having me on, Tom.
Yeah, great. Anything you wanted to plug just before we start on the channel?
Maybe the Wolves 77 Club, which you come on a lot. My channel, which is just Harry Mansell. Yeah, just get drunk and do Wolves videos, really. That's about it.
So there's hopefully going to be a few of these videos talking to various other creators and Wolves fans about the end of the decade, which started in 2010, Harry.
Yeah, I did think it was 2009 to 2019. I don't know what a decade is, but you've cleared it up for me, mate.
2010 to present day, and we're just talking about maybe five of our best moments. Don't have to be necessarily the greatest Wolves moments of the
personal
decade.
To you, like,
personal. Yeah. So, get us started then, Harry. What's your...
Right, let's go through mine. I'll probably get some pelters, but I went through it. So my first one, number 5, on the 8th of May 2011, Wolves 3, West Brom 1.
Nice.
I had a season ticket in the South Bank. I remember at the time, it was 12 o'clock kick-off on a Sunday.
Yeah.
First game of the day, Super Sunday, and we were struggling. We needed the win, didn't we, to stay up. And 3-1, 3-0 up at half-time. And incredible game, incredible atmosphere, and it's always good to beat the Albion, because we never seem to.
I was at university at the time in Carmarthen, and I had a ticket for that game, but we lost against Stoke a couple of weeks before, really embarrassingly. I thought, forget it. I went back to the ticket office and returned my ticket.
No way.
And I watched the game in my room at uni, and then 3-1. But it was that game, and then the game after against Sunderland, which ultimately saved us.
Yeah, it was.
So it was 3-1.
Yeah, it was massive at the time. But the pressure on it was crazy.
Yeah. Guardiola scored, didn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think Fletcher got 2.
Yeah, so great. Next one then.
All right, number 4, which we did mention this earlier on the DMs.
Yeah.
Wolves 6, Rotherham 4, 18th of April 2014. That was one of the craziest games at Molineux, innit? Yeah. And I'll tell you, I've never mentioned this on a video on that before because I'm scared to. But I actually ran on the pitch.
No way.
When Kevin McDonald scored, when everyone ran on.
Yeah.
And then obviously ran on at full time and that. And then the next day, Express and Star, front cover, you can just see me like that, running, like, dun, 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 dun. And I was like, I'm going to get banned. I was like, I'm done, Wolves are going to ban me. So don't ban me, Wolves, if you're watching this. But yeah, if you Google it, you'll see me running.
There was a couple of pitch invasions, wasn't there? There was one, I think, at 5-4. And then there was one when there was a shot that hit the side netted.
And people ran on. We didn't run on that one, just the Kevin McDonald one. And I was literally probably about the 4th person to get to him. So I was like jumping on the huddle.
I remember hearing this after the 6th goal. They said, if anybody runs on now, the game's going to be abandoned, and the Rotherham will get the points. Not that it mattered, because I think we'd already tied the championship.
It was close, wasn't it? But I think it was just to be above Rotherham, wasn't it? I can't remember.
No, we'd already won the the week before, I think, against Leyton Orient.
Yeah, that's right. That is right.
They needed the points though for the playoffs. They were in a really good run.
Amazing game.
2 hat-tricks in that game. Can you name 2 players?
Dicko for us, and I can't remember theirs, but I do remember there being a hat-trick.
Kieran Agard.
And remember Ricketts' goal as well.
Oh man,
barring in with his left foot.
Well, that was the first pitch invasion.
Yeah. I didn't run on that time. McDonald one I ran on for. It was a tap-in, wasn't
it? Yeah, great.
Scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were there for that one?
I was there for that one. I even drove back from Wales for that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Next one. So this one is the only one out of the 5 I actually wasn't at the game. Ooh. But I put it in for 2 reasons. One, it made me think we can do something this season. From 2018, December the 29th, today's opponents actually, beating them 3-1 at Wembley. And it was my first watch-along I'd done, ever. And I went absolutely mental. Clipped them up. Like, it was crazy. We went 1-0 down, didn't we? Yeah. Harry Kane.
I was there at this game.
You was that one. And the second half performance, just incredible. The scenes. And like I say, I think we'd not long just had that really bad run. Remember when we beat Chelsea to end it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And just to go there and win like that, I was like, we're going to do something good this season. And obviously we went on to...
It just looked like, as Spurs were tiring, we were getting stronger and stronger in that game. And it was, I think, Costa's last goal.
Oh, that goal. Unreal, wasn't it? Unreal.
I remember the pitch of the cheer being completely different to any other cheer I've ever heard. Yeah. But that 3rd goal, it was like a scream from the Wolves fans.
And then Jimenez's goal as well, that was a good finish.
Just mention
Raul Jimenez, put it in your title. Raul Jimenez scores at Tottenham. Get the views. Yeah.
Then, of course, our next visit to Wembley, not quite as...
No, don't mention that. I'll start crying on your video, Tom.
Do that, will get views.
Do that. Number 2. This is the best atmosphere I've ever been at Molineux. Better than the Rotherham one, in my opinion. very messy. We've been on the beer all day. Wolves 2, Man United 1, FA Cup quarter-final.
Yeah.
The roof nearly come off when Jota scored that goal. Unreal performance. And just because all the years we've had with Man United fans giving us stick, glory hunters, a lot of my mates, I don't know about you, a lot of them are Man United fans from growing up. And just to beat them like that, and then obviously we were going to Wembley, but we won't talk about that. But just to know we were going to Wembley, semi-final of the FA Cup. Yeah. Incredible stuff, and yeah.
That's another one when you talk about the sound of the crowd when Jota's goal goes in. When I watch that back again and again and again.
Yeah.
There's that woman who screams as he enters the box and then it just erupts. Yeah. I've never known. Like when you mentioned the Albion game there was one in the previous decade when Jay Bothroyd scores. That's the first time I remember the roof coming off and being like screaming. But when Jota put us 2-0 up and he felt like, okay, we can't.
It was just the way he shrugged off Luke Shaw as well. Just like bundled him to the floor and smashed it in.
Yeah. And that's what's missing at the moment from his game is that just arrogance.
He was flying at that point. Yeah, he was on fire at that point.
Him and Jimenez. It was in that little spell when they were assisting and scoring for each other all the time. Yeah.
Right, do you want number one?
Go on then.
Number one, I couldn't go anywhere else, mate. He was just incredible. I saw you there. Torino. Torino away. I never thought in my lifetime we'd be in the Europa League. Yeah. It was probably the biggest game. Obviously, the 2 qualifiers were important before that, but it just felt massive, didn't it? Torino are a good team. To go there, to score 3 goals. Atmosphere. Scary, oh, man, it was like the intimidating atmosphere. I drove there as well. Yeah. Drove there and back, so that just made it crazy as well. Had no sleep, but just scenes when Tom, you were there, in the square before it, in the ground, after celebrations, and it had that real mega European feel to it, didn't it? In the ground, the cup seats, just unreal. I'll never forget that. That'll always be my favourite European away game, unless we win the Europa League or get in the Champions League. Unreal, mate.
So, what made it better than Bratislava then?
Because it was the first one. It was my first Europa League game. It, like I say, it just felt like the first big European away game in our generation, didn't it? I know there'd been the other ones, but just unreal, mate. When that Jimenez scored that goal, the third one, just crazy. And in the square as well, it just felt amazing. Like, Bratislava was good, but it was obviously a bit tainted by were we going to get in, were we not going to get in, sneaking in, and you know, it was a bit spoilt with the racism thing that happened. But got to be Torino for me, mate. Unreal. My best moment of the decade.
It is up there. I remember like being able to do it on Football Manager and thinking, that'll never happen in real life, but watch. And then just to have the opportunity to go as well was fantastic. Right, I haven't prepared you for this one, Harry, but I'm going to ask you now about the next decade.
Oh, God.
So imagine it's 2029.
Yeah.
What do you think we would have seen?
Well, if you think back to 2009, we're in the Premier League under McCarthy. If someone would have told me we were going to go down twice a few years later and then go back up and then
end the decade in Europe,
and then like that's why you can't. You know, what if Nuno leaves? What if Foden have enough of us? You just don't know. So, but if I had to have a guess, I think we'll get a couple of more years out of Nuno. I think we will obviously have to replace him. I think we're going to finish this season with a good run in the Europa League. Maybe we'll miss out on the Champions League after today's result at the time of recording, losing to Spurs. Yeah. But, I mean, there's no reason why we can't get into the Champions League and potentially in about 5 years' time be pushing for the Premier League title. Why not? We've got the money for it. Yeah. If we get the right man in, or if Nuno sticks around, if we make the right signings, I mean, the way we're going, why not?
I keep thinking as well about the age of the squad. We've got the second youngest squad in the league.
It's just Coutinho, isn't it, really? Who's got to be on his way.
He'll be the manager when we win the
when we win he'll take over. I mean, today, I know the time recording just played Spurs. He was everywhere again, wasn't he? His energy for, what is he, 33? Unreal, that lad.
He reckons he can play for another 5 years.
I saw that, yeah.
And I think he would definitely do a job. He'd just get deeper and deeper, I think. You can maybe even see him dropping into the Cody role and being that sort of sweeper. What about the younger players then that we've got? I've had a little look at them recently. Is there anybody you think they're going to be the player that we're talking about in 10 years' time? Still?
I think Vinagre. I think he's brilliant. I know sometimes he can be a bit off. I mean, think to Everton away when he had a poor game. But when he's on it, he does too many step overs at the moment. But you do forget how young he is. I think a few years' time, mate, he's going to be one of the best left wing backs / left backs going. I really do. Obviously, John is class, but he's probably struggled to keep his place if he keeps progressing the way he is. Yeah. Who else? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say Gibbs White because he's not really showing it, is he, at the moment? Vinagre is probably the standout for me, mate, to be honest.
And do you think there's any other player that you think, like Jimenez or an older player, you think you might look back and think, do you know what, I'm so glad we got to watch him play?
Well, yeah, the way Jimenez is going, hopefully he stays because he's a goal scorer, isn't he? I saw a stat. I think he's been involved in like don't quote me on this, about 41% of our goals this season, something like that. So he's so important, and even the likes of like Jota and that, and Traore. Traore carries on the way. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this after the way he was last year, but yeah, mate, we'll do well to keep hold of him, won't we? If we haven't won something or haven't qualified for the Champions League in, say, the next 2 or 3 years, we might lose the big boys. They might want to move on and progress their career and try and win big trophies, which would be gutting. It would be gutting if they lost. Yeah. Well, left.
I don't think that'll happen.
No, I hope not. I
was thinking today during the game about Fosun saying that Wolves is the jewel in their crown.
Yeah.
And he is just a little bit of fun for them. They can just come and watch the football for a bit and then go. Throw £30 million.
I mean, what they've done for us, because it could have gone wrong, couldn't it? Chinese owners, it hadn't worked for every Midlands club, has it?
No.
For us.
And that first season was very bad.
You think back to that and you're like, oh God, what's happening here? But the way they've done it, I mean, Jeff Shear, I remember when he first come in, he'd do a lot of interviews and that, wouldn't he? I don't know if you noticed. And then he stepped away from the limelight, obviously got Nuno in, he does one interview every so often now, and fair play to him, he's just got the right people in, hasn't he? Yeah. I mean, fair play. They've been amazing for us, Fosun.
What about the ground?
Well, obviously we're averaging now, about 31,500? If we did extend it to, say, 40 to 45,000, would we fill it every week consistently, do you think? I don't know.
I think we would.
But if we plummeted.
But it would be a lot of tourists.
Yeah, which would annoy a lot of the core Wolves fans.
We've been linked with that chap from Salzburg who would bring a lot of fans, similar to like Tottenham have from Asia. We'll have Mexicans come to watch Jimenez, and the atmosphere will drop.
That's the thing. Look at City. City were obviously pretty similar to us, obviously down lower leagues.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah.
Got the money, done amazing, and Champions League games, the stadium's half empty now, isn't it? Yeah. So there is a lot of touristy fans that come in, but Wolves have got to accept that if we want to get to the top level. We've got to accept it, haven't we? We're going to lose our ways a bit of, I mean, as in traditional fans going and the core fans. Yeah. It'll annoy the super fans, won't it? Yeah. If it becomes a bit touristy, but that's the future, unfortunately.
They'll be able to moan about it on Twitter, won't they? But anyway, thank you very much for coming on, Harry.
No problem. Great. No problem at all.
So don't forget to go and check out Harry's channel as well if you like boxing and Wolves mainly.
Wolves mainly,
yeah. But try to push the boxing. Get it above 100 views.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Buzzing down the chip shop, by now you must have heard the Wolves I'm going to Wembley, buzzing either word.